lunch and their speed networking sessions. And I want to thank my panel for being here and helping us all out in talking about sustainability and the role of bio-based purchasing in that. I'd first like to just sort of read the federal government definition of sustainability that was in the executive order. It says sustainability means to create and maintain conditions under which humans and nature can exist in productive harmony that permit fulfilling the social, economic, and other requirements of present and future generations. I realize that's a lot more wordy than the RESPECT that we heard. So you can take your choice on the definition as we heard in the earlier panel. But how do bio-based products help promote sustainability? And I'm just going to leave that question out there for you because that's a rather broad issue for all of us to contemplate, I think. The purpose of our panel today is to bring representatives from three agencies, three federal agencies, to talk to us a little bit about some things that they are doing in their agency to help promote the purchasing of bio-based products. And not only do these products help meet the mandates that are put forward, but they actually do something to promote better health, to promote a healthier environment, and also to use materials from here in the U.S. and to help grow our economy. I'd first like to introduce Brennan Conaway to you. He's from the GSA, the General Services Administration. He's as a procurement analyst there in the Federal Acquisitions Service. He has been involved in green purchasing initiatives. He helped develop the guidelines on federal use of eco-labels. He's been the head of GSA Hotspots Initiative, which prioritizes federal purchasing based on environmental impacts. And he's also been a contract specialist and contracting officer for the Multiple Award Schedule program. Second on our panel is James Freed from the Defense Logistics Agency and the Hazardous Materials Minimization Program Manager. He has served in the federal government, both in the military and in civil service, for over 30 years. He's received numerous rewards in both of these arenas, including the 2011 Secretary of Defense's Environmental Award for Sustainability. And we also welcome Bridget Williams from EPA, who is the outreach lead for EPA's Design for the Environment program. Prior to joining DFE, Bridget served in the Peace Corps in a country in Western Africa. She collaborates with a broad range of stakeholders to improve human and environmental health effects of chemical-intensive products. So thank you and welcome. I think we'll start with you, Brennan, and let you tell us a little bit about GSA and what y'all are doing to promote bio-based products.
Okay. Is this good? Microphone? Yeah. Thanks for having me. And I'll lead off with my greatest soy-based achievement, which a couple weeks ago my wife made me eat a edamame salad for dinner, which after I Googled soy, I realized edamame is soy. Is that correct? I did not know that at the time, but that's my greatest direct achievement of soy related. So it was okay. Yeah. No, it was good.
It's better than tough.
Yeah, better than tougher. There you go. So yeah, let's. As far as GSA's role in sustainability, and I think my director and boss was supposed to be here earlier, but she was sick, so I don't know if the GSA perspective has been shared yet. Generally speaking, GSA's role is to provide support to other agencies so that they can more effectively complete their mission. About half of our agency is focused on building services. The public building services manages federal real estate. The other half essentially does everything else support related. A big piece of that is helping out with procurement, so getting agencies what they need to complete their mission. So as I said, multiple awards schedule program is kind of a good example of that. This is where GSA works with industry partners. We call industry our partners because we establish contracts for goods and services with industry to provide to customer agencies. So we partner with industries to provide agencies the goods and service they need. We try to do that in a way that complies with the federal acquisition regulation agencies what they need at a fair and reasonable price, and is more timely and efficient, and essentially provides them with a quick way to get what they need. And roughly speaking, GSA, I think the sales volume varies, particularly given what's been happening in the past year or two, but it's generally about $50 million worth of spend that goes through GSA. So it essentially represents a significant portion of the federal market. So as far as BioPreferred is concerned, it's in our interest, as far as the compliance and promoting sustainability, to have as many BioPreferred products on our schedules, or on our contracts, as possible. So we work with industry to make sure that those products are available for agencies to buy. And so we do a lot. I'm going to kind of list off a number of different things we do. One is we've recently been pretty aggressive about implementing sustainability. We've been doing that one way by going through product categories that we offer and seeing where we can go green only. So if we have a product category where we think the market coverage is adequate and we can still meet customers' performance requirements, we exclude that to only green products only. So we've been doing that for other programs such as Energy Star, in many cases recycled content requirements. We do have one that's been implemented for BioPreferred, and that's for, it's kind of random, but firearm lubricants. So we have a contract, Schedule 85, where currently there's a restriction that's only BioPreferred firearm lubricants. And we're continuing to look at the market and our offerings to see where we can add more of those requirements. Another thing we're doing is we're enforcing a clause for construction and service contracts where contracts performing those tasks are required to report their use of BioPreferred products. And I think this is a contract clause that's required for other federal agencies as well. This is something that GSA is obviously taking seriously and implementing as well. So while the agencies aren't necessarily buying it directly, it is coming to them through these service and construction contracts. Let me know if I'm going too long. Okay, we're on topic. Okay. I lose sense of time. A big area for GSA, obviously in our role, is to make sure that these BioPreferred products are easy for these agencies to find. And that's harder said than done. We have I stopped counting after we had 20 million products on our contracts. It's obviously a lot, and they're always constantly being updated and refreshed. So being able to find the products that they need is a big challenge for us. So for GSA, we have our ordering portal, which is called GSA Advantage. I believe it's gsaadvantage.gov, but Google will correct me if I'm wrong. So that's where we actually provide the products to agencies. And we identify BioPreferred and other environmentally friendly products with certain icons. So for BioPreferred, it's the best representation of the BioPreferred icon you can get with a small pixel picture. So the challenge for us, and I think one of the greatest roles, or most important roles that GSA plays, is ensuring that those products are accurate. And right now, that is a big challenge for us. There are many inaccuracies, and this is because it's up to the vendor to accurately identify their products in our systems and in our contracts. And we've done some research. We've known anecdotally that there's a lot of missed designated products. We've recently had some further research that confirmed that this is indeed a problem that we're looking into to improve. So there's been some relevant conversations, I think, already today about the importance of labeling and the importance of working to develop a list and tracking which BioPreferred products actually are BioPreferred. So from the GSA perspective, I think that definitely rings true. We found for other programs like Energy Star and EP, where there is a robust registry with part numbers that are compliant to those programs, that the accuracy numbers go much higher. So from the GSA perspective, this is a big issue for us that we would support, and we have been working with USDA to improve this. And we're also looking into some other efforts to some data analytics where we can pulse these 20 million products and see if we can go in ourselves and find the products to kind of help out the contractor. So I wanted to highlight that because I think that was brought up in some other conversations. And one last thing, as far as identifying and finding products, GSA has been developing for the past couple of years a tool called the Green Procurement Compilation, which is a website built for federal buyers where they can essentially go in. To me, it's the way everyone should do it. You can just type in the product you're looking for, and it shows you what the green requirement is. So for any bio-preferred category, if they were looking for firearm lubricants, they would find the information about bio-preferred, what the content threshold is, all sorts of all the policy information they need, lists of contracts, clauses, anything they would need essentially to implement that. So we've been really working to educate buyers about this tool, and we're continuing to work on it. And the program manager here, Adam Jones, some of you may have speed dated with him at lunch. He's been actively involved. It would be great to have a demo of this, but it did bring. We have these bookmarks that we haven't been handing out, so I have swag here about this website. So on here it is. Yes. Are you on?
Yes.
So I think that's.
Okay, well, thank you, Brendan. I appreciate that, and we may come back to you with some more questions for the audience, and also I may ask you about the eco-labeling guidelines in a little bit. But first, let's hear from James and hear a little bit about the Defense Logistics Agency.
Good afternoon. My name is James Reed. I'm with the Defense Logistics Agency, and we provide all of the, you can say from beans to bullets, but clothing, fuel, repair parts, construction equipment for the Department of Defense. And that's a $42 billion business that we have, and we're globally around the world. We support not only the warfighter, but we also support a lot of the natural disasters that happen here at home. We've been, every natural disaster that has been out there, we've dealt with it. We may have given food, we may have given construction equipment. We've always been right there at the front lines, be it overseas or be it here in the United States. When it comes to sustainability, that is something that, as a word that I learned a few years ago, but it wasn't in the context that we talk about today, because DLA has always looked at itself as being a sustainer of the armed forces. But now that sustainability has taken over, we've had to come up with a new slogan, so we had to go out and change it. So thank you, everyone. The checks in the mail, you got to pay for that too. We're still working on that part of it. But as far as sustainability is concerned, I started working on that about 8 years ago. And Dave Osceola was one of my bosses, many bosses that I have, that we worked on this together as far as bringing it up from ground level. It's a culture within the Department of Defense that we have to change as far as I'll say green products, but I have to say green along with sustainability, because within the Department of Defense, a lot of people, when you say sustainability, they think the other sustainable. Then you have to put green on top of it just to make sure they understand what you're talking about. But a lot of green products for a long time had a bad stigma of being very expensive and not working. And so that's one of the things that my organization, along with Mr. Osceola at the Department of Defense level, trying to get that stigma taken off, and also to promote the products. One of the things that we're doing within DLA and the Department of Defense is that we have a product demonstration program where we actually take the products, be it Biobased, Energy Star, what have you. We take it out to our customers. We actually go out to the post, to the bases, on the ships, and we actually use the products out there within the environment. The very first time I went out for a demonstration, I had a gentleman that had some absorbent dry sweep, to get the oil up off the floor. He took the oil, poured it into an aluminum pan, put his product on there, said, "Look, see how great it works?" I said, "Okay." I grabbed a can of oil, I poured it on the floor. I said, "Okay, get that up." He looked at me, he's like, "I just did my demonstration." "No, you didn't get that up. You got it up in the aluminum pan, I get it up off the floor." Needless to say, it didn't work. So, that's one of the things that our demonstration program does, is that we have the soldiers, sailor, airman, marine, actually try the product out. They have an avenue where they can go back and they can give us feedback to let us know is that, are we wasting our time even talking to these vendors? because their products don't work. Or we actually let the vendors know that, hey, this is what's going on with your product. Maybe you can change the formula and come back to us another time with a different product. We've had that happen before also. We had a gentleman that had a product that, same thing, it was another absorbent. You put it on the floor, but it was like a powdery type of substance. When you open up the bay door, it flew all over the place. He took it, reconstituted, made it into like a pellet form, brought it back, and it worked fine. So now he's a customer of the Department of Defense. So that's some of the things that we do as far as that program is concerned. We have a website out on the Denix website that has this. It's called Sustainable Product Center, where we talk about different things as far as sustainable products within the Department of Defense. We give a lot of good news stories. We give a lot of examples of things that people can buy. We're going down into where the rubber meets the road, where the actual logisticians are in the different military services, and start at the very beginning where they're coming in as sergeants or coming in as privates, and start to show them how the sustainable products work, and how they may work even better than some of the petroleum-based or some of the other type of products that they were using in the past. But that's one of the things that we're working on is trying to change that mindset of that. And I'm an old soldier. I got a national stock number. Hey, this is what I'm going to buy. I'm not going to buy anything else other than this. It's too easy. I'm going to keep on buying this. I don't care if it's making my hand turn purple. I'm buying this stuff. And that's what we use, until VA, gave me a rating. But now, we're actually trying to look at something that may, save that soldier some issues down the line. He may not have any lung problems because he was breathing these toxins for over 20 years like me. It's really in my heart to go out there and make sure that we get items that are out there that's not harmful to the U.S. servicemen. And I hate to tell you, Brian, on June the 1st, we took over all your firearms lubricants there. Your fellow stock group came over to DLA, so.